G'day friends and fans, welcome to Tabletop News. I'm your host, the author David Applegate. Today I'm going to do things a little differently because there's a bit more news than usual. Now, Alien Evolved edition called Rulebook from Free League Publishing is up and in stock on their website. And of course, along with the latest what they have released, the Evolved Starter Pack, the Core Edition Rulebook as a standalone, and the Rapture Protocol. Now, should have opened this sooner. Just realised I hadn't opened them. Sorry. All right. So the starter kit is the rule booklet, abridged, the Evolved Edition rules, expanded edition of Hope's Last Day's Adventure, maps, double-sided, featuring Haley's Hope terraformed colony from Aliens, pre-generated characters, cards for gear, combat, agendas, panic responses, various tokens, and reference sheets. And of course, dice. Now, the Evolved Edition is, as I said, it's an updated edition of Aliens with new graphics, a life path character generation, revised and expanded core rules for stealth, stress, and panic, reworked combat rules, including armor, ammo, grenades, stuns, and spaceships, new weapons, new rules, new tools, including zero gravity, miniature support, and explainer campaigns, a Taurus sector campaign setting, Last Survivor, a robust solo mode for play without a game master, and the Rapture Protocol. Now again, these are actual physical products, prices in US dollars, not including delivery. Now, this is the Rapture Protocol scenario, double-sided map from the USS Infandosa, and the Jeremiah on the other. Jeremiah being the mining base. Now, we have pre-generated characters, cards, tokens, and player handouts. So, yeah, Aliens got a makeover, and it's now on the Free League pub site. The Free League Publishers site, sorry. Now, Noble Knight cards have some games on special right now, although they are showing in Australian dollars, though they do international shipping. I think, don't actually have, sorry. So there you go. $17.95. So Be Like a Crow, basically solo play, the role of Corvid, explore the world and meeting other creatures and collecting weird and wonderful objects. Pen and paper and a deck of cards. You can choose to play a crow, raven, rook, jackdaw, magpie, journey through one of the 6 urban settings, and play this unique RPG. Now, Mongoose Publishing have updated its release schedule for Traveller. Out now is Great Rift Adventures 1-5, Armies of the Fifth Frontier, and coming soon is Cluster Truck. Now, these are PDFs with the printed release date for the Great Rifts in December, Armies of the Fifth Frontier January. Now this is probably the end of the month, and Cluster Truck won't be until April. Now there are more books to come, such as various handbooks, including the travel rules, vehicle catalog, and so there's 2 vehicle updates, core rules update. ASEAN is getting an update. Fleets are getting an update. Now, I don't know don't know offhand the minor powers, but yeah, basically, yeah, a lot of things are basically going on for Traveller. And, yeah, although free shipping in UK, yeah. Now, onto my favourite site, the Bundle of Holding. Sorry about that. Bundle of Holding, Worlds Without Number, a sandbox fantasy role-playing game from Kevin Crawford. Worlds Without Number, $12.95 for the complete set. This is the Worlds Without Number Deluxe set, Atlas of the Latter Earth, and Dionysus of Montfroid. Now, this is a realm of time-lost sorcery and barbaric splendor, cold steel and half-understood magic where you face beasts, autonoma, bioweapons, impertinent, and blood remnants of the ancient alien overminds. It's not just about steel and sorcery. Worlds Without Number is packed with hundreds of pages of system-neutral tools and world-building support for any fantasy game. And it has an entire line today. Everything you need. $12.95. There are other settings and other core rulebooks, but these are all standalone games. World Without Numbers is standalone from Stars Without Numbers, etc. But this is Sword and Sorcery on Earth from the designers of Stars Without Numbers. And Lattice, this is the core rulebook, everything you need to build adventures. And Atlas of the Latter Earth gives you, basically, it's a cassette, a beast area of the world. So you have the history, classes, lands and nations, beasts, foci, system neutral, and various system neutral stuff, including 26 maps. And there is EPUB versions. Dionysus of the Manifold is an introductory setting for novice adventures. To everything you need for quick fantasy. $12.95. Next up, we have the Cornucopia 2025. Now, this is the annual bounty of top quality tabletop role-playing game ebooks. You have the starter collection and the bonus collection. The starter collection, released originally back in Thanksgiving, is the 13th annual feast of top quality RPGs in ebook, DRM free. Doom, Song, Punk is Dead, and Sentience. But if you pay above the threshold price of $28.66, you level up and get the entire bonus collection as well. Now, Doom Song is a medieval macabre world plagued by the dead. It's a nation of saint and sinners, foul heresy, and undivided devotion. Now, who do you serve? The gods are dead, no prayers are no longer answered, and you can't perform, and there are no longer any miracles. However, there are 30 traitor gods that are gathering souls and cults. Perhaps you'll join them. But you play as a member of a guild, some of the oldest institutions in Painting. Now, of course, you're not duty-bound to accept anybody, highborn and low. Sorry, your organisation is duty-bound to accept anyone, highborn and low, those who are skilled, down to the dregs. You navigate a macabre world of medieval horror. And you'll take a life, bury a friend, wade through mud in leaking boots, learn to fear the night and the abominations that stalk it. And then you'll fear the day and those villains who dare to stand tall at noon. So that's that. Now, Punk is Dead is a future ununited kingdom. Basically, England, punk rock, lots of foul-mouthed music inspired by punk board. Punk is Dead is a post-apocalyptic love letter to rebellion, noise, and community. You're a small band of amateur musicians bringing hope to the hopeless, kick fascist ass, and otherwise engage in anarchy fantasy. Sentience is an interesting one. This is an RPG of artificial consciousness. Explore the life of an artificial life form, an intelligent android in a society that does not recognize them as sentient. You have concept cities built by trillionaires, corporate towers, huge corporations, and you are newly awakened sentient. You're a self-aware construct. You have to fight for survival and freedom in a world that doesn't even acknowledge your existence. You have emotional state system. This potentially has an effect to all your various roles as you guided through a story of liberation, underground resistance, newfound emotion, and what it means to be something other than a human. Now, level up, which I recommend you do, you get the anime-inspired break. Now, this is great, particularly if you're an anime fan, looking for something new. There's various callings, create various different characters that explore the setting with various quirks, physical anomalies, personality traits, and other powers. It's a post-apocalyptic fantasy full of derelict megastructures, shambling war machines, nature warped by magic pollution, and the sun machine's broken. Half the planet is bathed in light, the other half cast in shadows. Titanic monsters roam the land. You scale them, find their weak spots, bring them down using a colossal combat rules. Alright, so yes, you have larger-than-life characters, which, of course, this was a successful Kickstarter. Sentai and Sensibility is a Regency romance with kaiju. Yeah, the gentlefolk of British gentry that never was. Country parties, social dances, and strolls in the promenade new dress until kaiju ruins your afternoon. Then you become Sentai of Rangers who transform, or henshin, into suited heroes, and you kick, punch, and English country-style dance your way through every rendezvous with various monsters coming from the Syndicate, who never take your social engagements into account before attacking. The Tartarus Gate, basically Dead Space, zombies, 2130, and you're an unpaid intern aboard the transport ship Karan, and you're shepherding cargo from Earth to the Tartarus Gateway Station. Lo and behold, the lower decks visuals go down, something downstairs is moving. Hey, wait a minute, didn't we see this before? Yeah, you're 6 months from nowhere, and if you want to impress your employer, in other words, you want your paycheck, you get down there and you take care of the business or don't come back. Now, Tidal Blades, as you guessed, it's the Naviri, a fantasy world of bloobs. I'm trying to think. What's it? Fern Gully. That's it. Fern Gully. Terrorized by powerful sea monsters. Now, Heroes of the Reef is a standalone RPG using the Cypher system as seen in Numeria and Estrange. You focus on ways for characters and the communities to work together to bring peace to the bloobs, the blue people. Long live the blue people. Still, might be a bit of fun. Now, Shadowrun Mega Pack, a new bundle of 5th edition. Now you have the Starter Collection 1995, which is the digital box set, the settings, and the bonus collection with more expansion. Now this does not feature the rules, core rules. That is in the other bundle. This is 18 setting. These are 18 setting source books to expand 5th edition. Pay the minimum price and you get these 5th edition Seattle Sprawl digital box set. This is the Shadowrun capital of the world. All the who's who, what, and where to go, and what to find there. Better Than Bad, Righteous Fire. Get yours while you can, Shadowrunners. As most of the residents of the 6th world are told from birth, that's how you survive. Thinking of others is for suckers. Take care of your own and hope you don't die early. But there are those who do not think that's a way to live. They choose to fight for something greater than themselves. They use Shadowruns to take from those who don't deserve what they have. They seek out hidden information. They can right wrongs, though it's not easy, being Robin Hood. Because, there's a lot of people out there playing Robin Hood. And they might as well be jerk thieves from the forest who only run away and think of themselves. Because, lo and behold, this is a guide to hoarding, that is, the art of committing crimes to help those in need. And there's a reason why Robin Hood is in fiction, folks. Though there's a lot of naives out there who think otherwise. However, well, are you going to be one of them? However, interesting, the complete trog. In Shadowrun, racism is rampant. Whether you're human, metahuman, pretty much everybody looks down on the orcs and trolls and slanders, smears, and belittles them. However, they have built enclaves and homes out of nothing. They've put their talent to punch, kicking, hacking, rigging, charming, enchanting, and wiping the smug smile off other people's faces to work. They learn fast, and if you know what's good for them, do not try to get into a fist fight with a troll. Okay, they pretty much could just put their hand on your head and stand there and watch as you wave your arms around in a frenzy and just squish you. However, there's more to trogs than just squishing the soft folks. There's many orc and troll-dominated corps, well, subsidiaries of corps, that is, heroes and enemies alike. This book adds flavour and depth to orcs and trolls for Shadowrun. Actually adds culture to the previous who pretty much orcs in Shadowrun pretty much used to be just looked down on as nose pickers, and trolls as my big brute friend will now convince you to do what I say. Now, coyotes. I think a lot of people know what a coyote is. However, Shadowrun is even more deeply divided than the real world, and coyotes make a living, though it's not easy crossing borders. Trained professionals with nerve and steel, steady hands will help you sneak, talk, or blast your way through almost any border. And you have to dig deep to pay their price, but it's worth it when you see the armed checkpoint in the rear view mirror. And let's just hope you don't also see tracer fire. This is a wealth of information on exactly coyotes crossing borders. Let's say less than documented crossing of borders. Undocumented border crossings, that's it. Neo-anarchists, Streetpedia, neo-anarchists are pretty much Shadowrun in a nutshell. There's hundreds of entries here on corporations, Shadowrunners, politicians, all the way down to the liars, the betrayers, the legends, the winners, the craven, the brave, the powerful, the downtrodden, dark bargains, shady deals, desperate maneuvers, everything that makes the sixth world the sixth world. Streetpedia is pretty much what you need to hit the streets in the world of Shadowrun. No future, Scream Your Truth. Now, this is there are 2 versions of this, both for 5th and 6th edition. This is the 5th edition. I believe when you get the SR6 pack, it actually has the revised edition. Now, the only difference between the two is the updated rule set. But what it is, it's a guide to 6th world culture at the time of... So this is a guide to 6th world culture in the setting of SR5. And it was later updated when SR6 came out. But No Future works with every edition. It's got everything you need to know about the world of entertainment, pirate broadcasters, and those who scream in the night into the tread. Not metrics. 10 terrorists is exactly as it says. These are groups with a moral compass that includes killing and other normally unjustifiable acts. They are the bottom of the list. These are those who kill innocents for a cause, to instill terror for political gain, because in their mind they are wholly justified, and don't you dare slander them or call them mean words, because they will cry and call you a racist. But yeah, 10 terrorists are 10 groups in Shadowrun who add violence to a already violent world. These are basically whether you're running into them, avoiding them, or dealing with the fallout of their chaos. These increase the threat level of the Shadowrun verse. Now, level up, which I recommend you do, you get Book of the Lost. Now, this is all about recovering. This is all about knowledge. This is tarot cards for campaigns. It's basically plot hooks, adventure seeds, a treasure trove of ideas, mysteries, and enigma to add to the Shadowrun verse. Your campaign in the Shadowrun verse. Court of Shadows. This is an alternative setting. The Sealy Court. This is Sealy Court. Is from Irish folklore. This is the realm of the fairy spirits. And the Fae folk. They are spirits. They can travel between realms. And they once had a long attachment to the material plane, and during sleep they would use dreams to alter events. However, as an alternative to the setting for Shadowrun, Sealy Court has been infiltrated, and you have plots within plots, and you have characters of the Sealy Court, new ways to Shadowrun in the planes of the fairy, capture the magic of the dream world, and maybe even prevent its fall. Now there's the Sealy and Unsealy, for those who don't know Irish folklore, the Unsealy being the world under and the Sealy being the world above. Pretty much the astral, ethereal, or whatever you want to call it, hyperspace, subspace. There are many folklore legends long before science fiction of other realms. And this brings it to Shadowrun, Ultimate Dimensions. Not quite. These are City by Shadow Guides. These are various settings, such as the Sioux Nation, Amazonia, and the former fascist state, if that's ever possible. But this is the Bay Area. Yeah. Hey, I thought this was filed into fiction. Alright, so last but not least, there's 6 more guides to various parts of Shadowrun, such as Africa's Northwest Shore, Cheyenne, Morocco, the Sioux, yet again. Yeah, basically, though there's 6 guides, it's only still, it is well worth it. Well worth leveling up for, indeed. Now, the other half of this is the 5th edition Shadowrun expanded from February 2019. You have the core rule set for $14.95 and a bonus collection. Now, this is the third resurrection of February 2019 Shadowrun. This is PDFs from 2013, newly expanded to include the complete 5th edition rulebook. $14.95 gives you 3 titles in the core. However, level up and you get the entire bonus collection with 8 more supplements. And the core collection, you have the 5th edition expanded. Everything has a price. This is everything you need for 5th edition core rules, including a quick start guide. And there are free downloads, such as character sheets. Now, Run Faster is a indispensable Shadowrun 5th edition player guide. Pretty much it's expanded meta types, expanded character rules for lifestyles, contacts, alternative character creation, and chrome flesh augmentations. Basically, make your body into a humanoid semi. Basically, run faster and kick ass harder. This is gene tech, cyberware, bioware, and nanoware. Everything you need to augment yourself up to the gills. Literally adding gills. Now, the bonus collection, which I recommend you get, has a run and gun. This is a combat expansion. Includes options such as martial arts, unit tactics, kill shots, all in one guide. The Street Grimoire, the guide to street magic and various other forms of magic and magical societies and living as a spellcaster. Because remember, the first rule in Shadowrun is geek the mage, right? You see a group, identify the magic user, usually the weirdest one in the group, and you send them to Valhalla first, because last man standing is usually decided by the mage, who can heal or just pretty much stand behind a line of tanks and pretty much stare over their shoulder and turn you into a ball of glibbering mush with your brains leaking out your ears. Data Trails. Core Matrix Handbook for Shadowrun 5. If in the physical world magic is king, in the data world the Technomancer is king. However, runners need information. Matrix specialists of all sorts can not just it's deckers, checkmancers, various qualities, programs, gears, and more. Basically, you need to deal with security and, of course, the dark corners of the Matrix. However, if coming up a close third is the rigger, the hardest hit runners are the ones who are always moving. Riggers, they are pretty much your getaway driver. Hot rods, jet planes, speedboats, every kind of vehicle is basically rigged to be mind controlled. And without riggers, you're not getting to escape. Forbidden Arcana Advanced. Forbidden Arcana is advanced rules for Shadowrun 5th edition. Howling Shadows, Critters for Shadowrun 5. This is expanded bestiary for Shadowrun. Aggressive gamma spiders, harpies, various critters used in securities, and of course the awakened free roaming critters of various powers. Now, Kill Code is advanced matrix rules from the infant frontier of Shadowrun. And basically, if you don't know what a kill code is, it's basically in Shadowrun security, literally can kill you. It's designed to basically fry the brain of anybody and the who gets into the Matrix. There are kill codes, and this is about being hunted on the Matrix. There are kill codes waiting to be executed. Just like firearms, your job is to make sure these kill codes are in the right direction and go off at the right time, at the right people. Basically, a shadow war within a shadow war. Our street lethal. If kill codes are the weapons of the Matrix, guns are the pretty much favoured weapon of the streets, and there are lots of them. Now, of course, street fighting is, if you know what you're doing, you're precise. You have the right power, the right tools, the right data to maximise combat. Trust me, even with a truckload of guns at short range, even a few paces, drawing a knife versus drawing a handgun, and somebody can ram you through with a knife faster than you can draw a gun, usually. So, Shadowrun 5th edition has a lot on offer. And next up is Missions. Starter pack for $14.95, and the bonus pack. These so you have a bunch of scenarios and some additional material. Various standalone. In the starter pack, there's standalone scenarios. You have Federal Agent, Secret Research Facility, and powerful and secretive law firms that borrow elements from Dark Terrors, and various other scenarios that get you involved with gangs, guns pointed at you, crooks on the street, and dark corners of Seattle with jaded smugglers, police, passionate activists, hardened criminals, wounded warriors, and a deranged killer. However, level up, which I recommended you get various campaign source books and the updated Denver trilogy. Denver is second to Chicago, but Denver is the front line of a civil war. It's where the Civil War started and was fought inconclusively with Harlequin. Years later, Denver is still a danger zone. But something has gone wrong. This is a full-length trilogy of adventures where you wander into Denver, find out that there's a false flag going on, and then now deal with a wild ride through reality itself. Last up, we have the Salvage Union. Now, the Salvage Union is a post-apocalyptic role-playing game from Leyline. Savage Collection, $19.95 gets you the whole collection. Savage Union, you are scrappers. You caravan around the world, collecting scrapping rivals, and building up your own mech from scrap. Now, the Union Rulebook is all about building your own mechs. False flag, basically, when the dust settles, we even recognize yourself. Now, there's an inky void. It consumes everything in its path. Now, this is a intelligent, otherworldly nanite hive entity. Now, it's both dangerous and tremendous value. Nanites unlock the realm of research and reshape every form of technology. Various corporations want to control the meld, but of course, you have to go out and collect it. Now, this is a 10 to 15 session campaign. This is not a light and easy weekend job. Now, Savage Union is another multi-session game, 10 to 15 sessions. Adds new material, new mechs, the lost art of cloud seeding, a global storm network, and basically, can you save the Earth and resume normal weather. Now, the Salvage Union, we were here first, is an 8-way battle for control over a meteorite. These shards, of course, are potentially energy sources. Your crew faces stiff competition and various threats. There are 19 new areas, fill 10 to 15 sessions. This is an amazing collection. Right? Just here, 1, 2, 3, 4. You got months of game sessions just in this pack for 1995. Because for 1995 it rivals the content of Shadowrun, but Shadowrun has more depth and more options. Both are viable depending on your budget. All of this brought to you by Future Fantasy, a science fiction setting. Well, it should be science fantasy, but every time I write science fantasy, my spell checkers keep trying to change it to science fiction. And I keep forgetting to unfix their fix. Now, science fantasy is just fantasy and science fiction mashed together. It's a setting for D6, currently using the What is Old is New system, but it's easier to transfer to other systems. And I may actually do some system guides. I've been meaning to do a lot of stuff. I'm just haven't got around to it. I've been gathering maps, art, trying to get more art for and of course trying to promote to try and get more of you to survive the initial process and sign up and support me. And you can join for free though. Now, DriveThruRPG is the largest download RPG store, and everything you get on DriveThruRPG, everything you get on Bundle of Holding is linked to your DriveThruRPG account, except for DriveThru exclusives or bundles only. Right? There are that's rare and few between. Right, but if you get a bundle and you get a DriveThru exclusive, it will be in your library, right? Same. Also, if you subscribe, you also get discounts, regular discounts, and also the pretty much exclusive offers. Now, so those are games. Orbital has a Traveler Light called SR5 Universal, but yeah, this can be used for any 2d6 sci-fi. They all pretty much use the same 2d6. Same with 2d6, 3d6, 2d20, d20s. Most of them, and the d10, a lot of the d10 games use the various point systems. Shadowrun. So Shadowrun is a D6. It's quite different from what is old is new. But yeah, explore the dangers of starflight within the solar system. Solar flares, zero-G muscle wastage, explosive decompression. There's plenty of ways to die in space. However, colonialism and settlement is afoot. The world is in a cold war with the people of Luna. A face-off 400,000 kilometres apart, threatening mutual annihilation, while at the same time competing to colonise the moons of Jupiter and Saturn. Older colonies like Mars and Mercury are independent, and they're also caught up in the struggle for supremacy. The Age of Sail in space. Yeah. Traveller and the SR5 engine. Yeah. Pretty much use the same rules. Dragonix, Deadly Denizens 3 for 5th edition. Delve Deep. This was a Kickstarter, but this is a big series that delves deep in even more creatures from the depths of folklore, mythology, and the vast imaginations of fantasy From mighty monstrosities to cunning creatures in the shadow, Volume 3 is full of the terrifying and terrific. And it's a demonic, rather demonic T-Rex right there. There's a hyped up Hydra. So actually got some ratings from a couple of days ago. The deep ones, yeah. Of course, that's straight deep ones. Yeah, that's a Kalathu. Now, Thundercats, I hate to say it, has not come out yet. All right, last but not least, Apocalypse World Burned Over, the 3rd edition of the groundbreaking original, award-winning Apocalypse World, has not just been, was basically what, fully funded in 18 minutes, still going, 14 days left. Yeah, I got in early, so I got a discount on the digital edition. As you can see, it's in print. There's the digital edition, currently sitting around $20. And you can get a co-op pack, but yeah. So there you go. I got in early on that. So I got a discount. So it's... Don't say I didn't tell you. Now, thank you all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. As always, please support the channel. And you support the channel on Ko-Fi, Patreon, buy my books, buy my merch. All my links are in the link tree, which you find in the description below, in my profile, or scan the QR code on the screen. Thank you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. See you in the next video, and bye for now.